we have some of the iconic levels from 3 and 4. I think the ones that people most identify with, give people a chance to skate and do combos in different areas, in new areas. Well, Bam is iconic. Jamie Foy is widely considered the best street skater these days. And Zion Wright is just a machine. The international growth is even bigger. So many are from Japan, from Australia, from Brazil. Extremely surprised, and if they love the original series, they're gonna love this one even more.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. So, long story short, we talked last year. I think we talked actually about your Starbucks partnership, but we talked about Pro Skater. So, obviously, we know how big the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater series is. Now we're re-releasing these games 20 years later. How do you think these games will resonate with this current generation?
Well, I think based on the success of our last remaster 1 and 2, I think it'll be great. And also, this one is more of a remake. So we have some of the iconic levels from 3 and 4. I think the ones that people most identify with. And then we also added some new maps and new levels, which is, we didn't do that on 1 and 2. So I'm excited to venture into new territory and give people a chance to skate and do combos in different areas, in new areas. And also we've updated the skaters, so they reflect the current roster of the people you see either competing or in Thrasher magazine, while still honoring the original characters.
Yeah, I actually want to talk about the new skaters real quick, because I'm going to ask about Bam, obviously, that's a huge addition to the game. But the new skaters, I think there's 8 new skaters, right? So you have 3 American skaters, 5 international. The reason why it stood out to me is because there's 2 South Floridians. I'm in South Florida. So why don't you kind of go into detail about these new skaters? Yeah, they appeal to me. So why don't you kind of go into detail about some of these new skaters? Maybe people aren't very familiar with them yet.
Well, let me tell me who you're speaking of specifically. I
don't
know
like Jamie
exactly
Foy and Zion Wright.
Jamie Foy
of Deerfield, and then Zion Wright of Jupiter, Florida.
Oh yeah, well, hey, they're two. I mean, Jamie Foy is widely considered the best street skater these days. You know, he's not the most competitive, but any video that he drops sets new standards. So he was, to be honest, when we first talked about doing a remaster and updating the characters, he was my first choice. So I was thankful he agreed. And Zion Wright is just a machine in terms of overall skating ability, can skate in terrain, is always on point. I mean, and just a super effusive, fun guy to hang around with. So I'm stoked to have them both in. Other people like Chloe Covell from Australia, I saw her when she was just kind of on the rise, and I just felt like she's got something. And I'm glad my instincts were correct on that, because now she just won the last Street League.
Let's go. Looking forward to those new additions to the game. I want to talk about an old skater, a very popular one, Bam. Obviously, it took some effort to get him into the game, but talk about how big of an addition to have him into the game as a secret skater.
Well, Bam is iconic and has been a huge part of the series. And I just happened to skate with him not long ago, and I could tell that he was in a really good place. I could tell that he was back to skating, and it just felt like he was highly motivated to make positive changes in his life, and tried to scramble and get him scanned and put him in, and it wasn't just me. I mean, it was thanks to a team of people, but they managed to get it in time, and that was a big fire drill, and I was really thankful that it worked out.
We're all glad that it worked out too. I want to touch upon a couple of topics before we wrap things up. Obviously, the soundtrack of this game, it's always been a huge part of the games. We have some of the old songs coming back, but there's some new additions. You want to maybe touch upon that real quick?
Sure. Well, I feel like we don't want to just repeat the original soundtracks. I mean, the idea is that you might find new music thanks to these soundtracks, or you found a style of music you loved. So I wanted to bring that into more of the new generation. I would say my biggest additions personally were Gang of Four and Idols. and I feel like they're right in line with the type of music that you'd expect from our games, but also, well, Gang of Four is more classic, but also we haven't had Gang of Four yet, or we had them once. So I feel like that represents my taste in music, and I was just thankful that the bands agreed to it, honestly, because licensing bands, especially with streaming rights now, is pretty tricky.
Gotcha. Okay, understood. Last topic I want to touch upon. I asked you this last time. I think it was literally right before it was either the X Games or the Olympics. But I wanna ask you about the current state of skateboarding and its popularity. Obviously, one of the things that you hammered home is that it's a lot more international now, and this game kind of reflects it with the 5 international new skaters. So talk about that a little bit.
I think that well, with the Olympic inclusion, that has helped to open eyes to skating in other countries that maybe hadn't embraced it or considered it before. So I feel like the international growth is even bigger. But if you look at, especially if you look at the top competitors now, so many are from Japan, from Australia, from Brazil. And that element is growing. I mean, obviously the US is still doing well, but I feel like it has become much more international. And I'm thankful for that, because it gives kids a chance to try it wherever they are.
Yeah, it's growing the popularity of the sport even more than before.
Yeah,
right.
Of course. Yeah.
All right, well said, Tony. Well, heck, man, I appreciate the time that you took out for me today. Again, before we wrap things up, is there anything else you want to get out there about this partnership and Pro Skater coming out in a couple of weeks?
Well, just that it is coming, and I'm super excited. I can't, it's been a long time in the making, and I can't wait for people to get it in their hands, because I feel like they're going to be extremely surprised, and if they love the original series, they're going to love this one even more.
I'm looking forward to it, man. Growing up playing those games, I'm really looking forward to these games coming out, man. Well, like I said, Tony, appreciate the time, man. We'll do it again sometime down the road. Wish you the best of luck, man.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony.